Hey guys, The Walking Dead, the new one came out today, and just like the older game, there's a lot of issues with the Quest 2 and the virtual desktop about the controllers not working, or you're not even able to get in like the menus because it still says like the calibrating option on your joysticks. But I've figured out a way of playing. It's not perfect yet. I spent a little bit just trying to figure it out, and you can play the game, but it takes just a little bit of tinkering. It's the biggest issue right now is getting your controllers to work, because the moment you load into the game, the controllers just have no like inputs. That's pretty much what's happening. So for this, you pretty much don't have to do that much. You're just gonna launch into the game. You get VR on, you get into the settings, and then you make sure to open the Steam menu. The moment you get into the Steam menu, you will have something like, let's see. Like you can edit your controller settings. I sorted out how you guys can use my settings without having to copy all of it. But in the rest of the video, I will still explain what my settings are in case it doesn't show up or it doesn't work. The moment you get into this settings screen, even in VR, you should be able to see my name. It will just be fixed for Quest 2, Virtual Desktop Binds, and then my name. It should be next to the Community Bindings tab here, next to this guy. If it's not there, do what I say in the rest of the video. If it's there, copy it, turn it on, and it should be fine. You can play how you want to play, and it's it's perfect. But if not, here's the rest of the video where I explain how to set it up. Okay, so to start it off, you gotta go into the settings, as I said before, or the layouts. Then go to official bindings. You have these two you don't need, and then make sure to press the TWD bindings, and then activate this one. You have it now, but this is just the base we're going to work off, so you can just use it as the calibration buttons you need, of course, because that's the biggest issue right now going on. So you use this one, and then you start going into edit, optimize the settings so that it's pretty much like the old game. Besides the sprinting, that's the one thing I haven't figured out yet, and it might just be something I'm doing wrong, or it's something you can fix yourself. Just needs a little tinkering. But for the people who need it, these are the settings you need to play the game like you used to play before. So the system, it's just a menu icon. You just put it on pause. Trigger, left interact, just on click. Joystick, click is toggle sprint. This one doesn't work yet for some reason, but I think it'll be fixed soon. But for now, you can just play the game normally. Touch movement active. Position, move forward. It's the only thing you really need for the left joystick. Make sure it's the left one, because otherwise you're going to play inverted and it's going to really suck. Grip wise, simple. You put grip, you click it on left grip. The left skeleton you don't need. I don't really know why it's there, but it is what it is. The X button, you need to select dialogue, and then left interact secondary for the Y button. So you can just talk to people in game, otherwise you're going to be having a whole lot of conversations without nothing happening. And left interact is just, I think, another option in case you want to talk to someone. I'm not fully sure, but you need this one. It's in the old game, it was on the same button, so I'm assuming it needs to be here. Well, for the right Oculus controller, simping, trigger, instead of left, we put it on the right interact. Make sure it's on click, not touch again. Joystick, pretty much the same settings, but for joystick, it's a little bit different. Click, you select dialogue mirror. Honestly, I don't use it. I have it on a different button, as you saw before, but this one you can put here. I think it's fine. This might be the button where you can select which one it is, but I'm not fully sure. It doesn't. For now, just do it as it is, and it should be fine. Touch, turn axis left, and position controllable turn axis. Make sure you have all these in this way set up. And as for the button click, you need to reset H. And for the use as button, you need to click reset HMD. And then just make sure it's on click. If you don't have the as button option, you need to click on the plus here and then make sure you add it as button. It will say it here. But for now, we don't need it because I already have it in the config. Grip, of course, you put right grip, button, right interact secondary. And for the B button, crouch toggle on click. Right skeleton again, you don't need. And then all you gotta do is save personal settings, give it a little name, little description, save, and then the moment you should go back into the select controls, it should be already currently set up. But otherwise, it'll be the first one here, like the last one you created. Just look at the time you have. Then the moment you have it selected in game, it should all be good. You can just press the button that's shown on screen. So the joysticks, you press that in, it will make sure it's calibrated. You'll put your character right, and then you can just use the game like it's normally played with your triggers to select what you want, the options and all the stuff, and you can just get to playing. Again, the only issue I'm having right now is a sprint, but this could be fixed, I'm sure, if you tinker around with the bindings in some way, but it should be fine later on. And it's not that annoying starting off the game. You just need to play a little smarter. That's all. I hope this helped. It was a pain in the ass to find out because there were so many settings you can change, and the same issue was before with the other game. And there was a fix with just going through the Oculus launch, but that didn't fix it for me, so I'm assuming it didn't fix it for anybody else. The way you do that is the moment you get into the virtual desktop menu, you press the right menu button on your controller, and then you launch the game from there. I do that regardless, because that's just how I always launch the game, but I don't think you need to in this case, because you already have it with the bind settings on the Steam.